નમસ્કાર, ગુડ ઇવનિંગ. એક 1 જુલાઈથી આજે આ એક પ્રયોગ એટલે એકચ્યુઅલી આની ટ્રાયલો ચાલી રહી હતી ને આજથી હવે કદાચ અમે રેગ્યુલરલી આપણે આપશું લાઈવ જે છે. સો ધીસ ઇઝ ધ લાઈવ ઓફ ડીએલજી ગુજરાત. The hashtag DLG plus 2 dispatch, that's a business news edition. It's a live edition. It's basically live that, whatever has gone in that edition. And same will be available in Hindi. यही चीजें हिंदी में भी होगी और गुजराती में भी होगी. So this is the first thing we are doing today on 1st July. We want to do this regularly. Today we have done in evening, but from tomorrow onwards, I mean from 2nd July onwards, it will be in morning, probably in afternoon hours or something. That's where we'll be looking. So how do we conduct this live basically? We take the edition of Dateline Gujarat's the hashtag DLG plus 2 dispatch directly onto the window, and we'll show you as to what are the news, what has made the news in last 24 hours, and what has gone into the DLG's, the 1st July's DLG edition. So here we go. So what is the news? So here it is. Let me tell you, how do you log into this website? This website is Dateline. I'll just type it over, Dateline Gujarat. So I'll share this window actually with you. So once I share this window, you can see this in such a manner that and in that scenario, in that situation, we would take this particular site, and I'll put it over here. So you'll get a fair idea, how this website works basically. Let me just expand this video so you get a fair idea that how does this actually work. So here we go. This is the URL. It's Dateline Gujarat news.com, and this is the website. I'll make it at 100% so you can see it rightly what's there in the website, how it what are the site pointers you can see over here. This speaks about the daily views. These are the translation tools, and let me just expand it a little so it gives you a fair idea as to what it is. And here we take these are the translate tools, so you can use this translation tools also if anybody wants to read this in Hindi, English or Gujarati. So these are the translate tools. This is what you can do. You can ask and it will say select the language, and you can select the language. All the languages available in Google, so you can select in the language of your choice. So worldwide people can watch this newsletter. This newsletter is basically a combination of a lot of news. So this newsletter is a combination of what sort of ingredients. Let's just first talk about that. So this newsletter is a combination. I'll tell you, this is a combination of what? This is a combination of, let's say, market commentaries, global indices, snapshots, global indices, review, preview, world market review, preview, business news updates, India market review, preview, best, what is talking today, what is making the headlines. And here we go. So what does it read? The newsletter read, it's global audit, navigating the new rule book. And what is the new rule book and what are the new, this is what you can read, but largely what are the news we are taking today over here is the global audit, navigating the new rule book basically, and geopolitical fault lines. We're talking about that, Strait of Hormuz tensions, darkened shipping lanes, monitoring disruption, geopolitical tremors, US constitution stability, Supreme Court upholds the birthright citizenship, reinforcing legal framework. That's what Donald Trump wanted. We're talking on India context largely. Let me just reduce this to 150 so you get a better vision for this. Better visibility for this rather. So what are we talking over here? We are talking on domestic and government's audit front. We are talking about Ayodhya Ram Temple probe, where unsettling questions of institutional integrity, donation theft, investigation, public trust under scrutiny. These are the things we're talking. Tamil Nadu government's controversies. What is it about? Like governance controversies where policy meets public trust, administrative overreach. There have been a lot of issues of late in the Tamil Nadu government after the Vijay's party has come in power. So, a lot of news is coming from Tamil Nadu. We're talking on market front, on financial reality, speculative AI, stock fever. RBI warning market analysis moves beyond decoding. And there is a kind of intentional encumbrance basically. And we can see that, RBI is warning about the AI thing. That AI wave is going to, apart from a lot of economists, lot of brokerages now, even it's RBI which is warning about it. But the global trade corridors, navigating regional regulatory holds basically prioritizing the efficiency and executive mandate. What's happening? Stress test your assumptions basically and stay in. This is basically what's happening across around you. That's what we're talking. We have divided this into 4 sections where you have your daily briefing. Then in your daily briefing, you have all these news which is making headlines from world to India. Uh, how like let's say the India-bound ships go dark in Strait of Hormuz, monitoring geopolitical tensions and trade disruptions. Everything, RBI flags AI stock boom as financial stability risk. So most of the headlines which are dominating, we are talking about that. Then there is an editorial commentary on these issues. Then there is a daily reset, which is talking about the market commentary. Actually, if you see, so what is happening in the daily reset? So USMCA trade review between Mexico, US, Canada. Structural review begins political impact on manufacturing corridors. India's financial cleansing, regulatory tightening on the consumer credit and banking perks. Corporate audit, General Mills, small industrial capitals, labor market stress. US metropolitan level report focus on regional divergence. Key takeaways, prioritizing efficiencies, audit trade assumptions. So these are the coverages we are talking largely on the market area. Then there is a market commentary which largely speaks, how the media market review navigating the intersection of innovation, geopolitics, and regulatory realignment. So you're talking on the strategic corporate debt expansion and news, the AI labor paradox. Interestingly, in Ford, what has happened? Ford has rehired the human engineers. The AI quality has failed and human expertise has been recognized. So that's a good news. And apart from that, there have been news like what is happening with the companies, the acquisitions and all that area, about the Indian banking system versus the geopolitical developments and how it is pivoting the commodities and the oil market. So this is largely what we are talking about in these, editions. And if we see, then we have the video. Of course, apart from whatever is mentioned over here, these are the introductory parts of the newsletter. So we're talking about the world news, we're talking about the markets, we're talking about the business, and we are talking. Then you have the video feeds also, like the one we have over here from Core, where the financial journalist Govinda Dikiraj, daily decodes the financial markets. So this is also we have incorporated with this permission over here. Then there is a world market review preview outlook. You can see this as well. So what's happening in the world market, how the things are developing, that all details are given over here. We are talking on the world major indices, what are these snapshots, how the things are happening, what is happening with the world indices. You can see this, a complete snapshot image, it talks about how the market is navigating worldwide. And in that, basically, you can see that we have given the details of all the indices, the buy, sell, strong, the technical rating, what has been the change over there. And then we talk finally on the reasons that why the global indices, what has been the performance and what is the outlook basically. So that also you get a fair idea as to what is happening in the global markets. And after that, we have some feeds even from the live business news channel feed. So that also you can have a look if you wish to. And of course, the India market review preview. What is happening with the Indian markets? What have been the key reasons for its performance? What could be the outlook basically? So this also you can see. You can fairly understand and study the things, what is happening over here. And after that, we talk about, so these are the outlook and the performance of the Indian market. We have a live feed from Bloomberg as well. Then in the business buzz section, we are talking about the business activities, the business pulse space, so market pulse, a cautious governance on innovation and uncertainty. That's what we are talking over here. So business news updates are what is happening in the automotive sector, what is happening in the international tech venture sector, what is happening in the strategic corporate acquisitions, the Indian banking shift, the energy market fluctuations, the geopolitical trade, labor, etc. So this is commentary plus the kind of infographics presentation. Then there is NDTV profit live feed which you can access over here. Economic earnings and events, we are talking on that also. There is equally infographic which details on that same area. So this newsletter is a complete package, of what all is happening on the business and economy front. Then we have the Yahoo Finance feed for you. What could be the trading strategy? What is the brokerage's vantage point? Brokerages, what are they eyeing? What are they kind of, recommending in terms of buy or sell or hold or accumulate for the shares? So this is what we are talking over here. There is an infographic equally. I'll just show you once again. So this is the infographic which is there. and then you can take a call, and you can see the shop network live feed. Then there are some links which are connecting you to the Press Information Bureau and Government of Gujarat's Information Department. That's our home state. So where what all developments happening, you can read that also. And then there are news wires. There are business news wires. Then there are, let's say, the mainstream news wires. So these are the very lengthy and quite detailed stuff on business one. Then there are mainstream news wires. Then, of course, the mainstream news wire comprises of the world, India, everything as such. Then there are Gujarat news wires. So what is happening in Gujarat, you can read all those. So these are links. These are clickable links, actually. You can click these links and, you can read that news. Then there are weather news wires. So after Gujarat, if you see, there are weather news wires. Weather news wires are also a clickable link. So it says, how old the thing is basically. 4 hours, 5 hours, 15 hours, whatever it is. So let's say if we click this, it goes in which direction. So when we click this leads to Hungary records highest, so we are sharing this tab also once we have clicked this. So these are the news headlines you'll get to read, while you click this link. So I'm just and we share this again. So you get a fair idea that what we are back on the Dateline Gujarat thing. So overall, this is the whole picture of the newsletters, and this is what you can read over here. This is exactly what I wanted to show today as an introductory video feed of mine. And we'll be talking on the news daily afternoon. I'm trying to bring in a kind of video. So there will be a newsletter at night which will be there on our website, and then there will be next day there will be a video feed which will go in all 3 languages: English, Hindi, and Gujarati. And that's where you can read the news in that direction. So stay tuned, stay connected. Give your feedback to us. Today, my background is a little rough. My background would always remain rough, because I'm a independent business journalist who does this things from home. So this was just a kind of the induction, an introductory session as to what is going to be there on this live platform now from here, and this will be happening daily in afternoon. Very soon we'll be sharing the time also, so you can log on that accordingly, and we'll be bringing the news from world, from India, from business front, entertainment, sports, everything, and that will be a kind of a capsule, an afternoon capsule for you while having your lunch. Stay tuned, stay connected. Thank you for watching us. And please do give your constructive suggestions so we can improve this show.